welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name's Ella. I film fun college lifestyle beauty videos. Today I want to show you guys 10 things that you can do during the coronavirus shutdown that will kind of ease your boredom and also contribute to society in some ways. So yeah, if you guys want to see more of me, feel free to subscribe down below and you can join my little family. I really want to hit 500 subscribers, so you can join down below. And if you guys want to see more of like my life and see more of just kind of in-depth of just things I do, you guys can always follow me on my Instagram. It's linked down below. So let's go ahead and jump into these 10 fun things to do to make the best of the coronavirus shutdown. Thank you guys so much for coming back if you're a returning subscriber. I know I've been gone for a hot minute, but things have just been crazy with school and sorority and being the event planner, just having to move things around due to the virus and stuff and having to cancel things and call venues and call catering and all of that's been crazy. But I'm back, so hello, and hopefully you guys will be getting a lot of videos now that I have much more free time. So, and if you guys don't recognize this background, I'm back in my home in Houston. So yeah, today I wrote down 10 things. I wrote down a list so then I can stick to it and not go off on a tangent. So if you guys see me looking down, that is why, so I can get my thoughts together. So yeah, so tip number 1 would be to help those in need, if that is volunteering somewhere or just like doing something like with like homeless shelters, anything like that. Mostly I mean like donating stuff, just because like if you guys aren't watching the news, people are buying so much toilet paper, hand sanitizer, and frozen foods, and like there are places like homeless shelters, elderly homes, things like that that we're gonna run out, and like they don't have like the ability to go buy all these things at once. So I really recommend going and donating what you can. Like, don't, like, obviously you need stuff for your like yourself and your own family, but if you have any extra things that you're like, oh, I'm not gonna need this, or like so and so doesn't like this kind of frozen pizza, see if you can donate it or something. So yeah. Tip number 2 would be to stay clean. And by this, I mostly mean like the virus is not about like the average day person. It's about those who are like elderly, don't have great immune systems, who are in hospitals, who are sick, babies, things like that. I don't know if it's affected babies, but I don't know. I just know that they don't have the best immune system either. But, so if you guys can just like always wash your hands like before and after eating. I bring little wipies and I wipe down all the tables that I sit at. And when I go to the gym, I wipe down all of the equipment, hand sanitizer. I mean, like, there's only so much you can do with hand sanitizer, but it's better than nothing, especially if you're in a situation where you can't go wash your hands. And if you don't have to go out, don't, in my opinion. Like, if you can stay in and chill, do that, because like that's the whole point of self-isolation, is like so you're not going out and spreading germs. So, and if you can avoid public transportation and avoid all of that, I would. I think that's one reason like the virus was able to spread in like really big cities, just because of public transport. So if you can avoid that, I would. Avoid going to stores and going out. If you can order it online, do it. If you can, like, I know a lot of companies like Shipt, Favor, HEB, like they all like can deliver groceries. I would really recommend getting things delivered if you need to. Amazon, I think it's called Amazon Fresh, is what delivers. Like, avoid going out to stores if you can. I know that they're limiting people like in and out, but like that's still a long line that you're waiting in for a long time with all these people around you. So if you can avoid going out, I would, just because even if you're not sick, you don't want to spread it to someone who it could hurt. So yeah. Tip number 3 would just be spend time with family and friends. I know I literally cried because I was so like upset about school being canceled. I love school, I love my classes, and I am such a routine person. I'm like, this is messing up my routine. But this will be a good way just to kind of spend time with your friends and your family. And I know like as being in college, I'm like, I'm going to lose like all this freedom and all this stuff, but like I think just explaining like to your family like what's going on, like, listen, like this wasn't a choice for me to come home, but I'm coming home and I just want to make the best of it. Like, let's have a good time, let's hang out, let's do fun things, let's do like game nights or movie nights or like things like that, and kind of just make the best of it. So because like there's nothing you can do about it, you in quarantine. So recommend doing that, and maybe hanging out with some friends, like maybe from, they go to different schools and stuff, that you guys used to be friends in high school, or if you're still in high school, hanging out with your friends. But I really recommend doing it in small groups. Like, don't get like a giant group to go do something. And I know they've been saying like on the news and stuff to go outside. So if you live near the outdoors or somewhere outdoors, like meet up at parks or the beach or the pool, not just chilling in your room. Like, go do something. So yeah. Tip number 4, you can start a new book or a new TV show. Kind of just take time for yourself. If that's like doing like 10-step skincare someday or something, just like taking time for yourself, do something you want to do. Like for me, I love to start new shows. A show that just came out, or the newest season just came out, is on my blog. I've almost finished it. It is so good. So if you guys have any show recommendations, definitely leave them down below, or book recommendations. Some of my favorite book series are, I really like the Shiver series. It's about like werewolf kind of stuff. And then I'm mostly reading British literature for my like British lit class, but I'm actually kind of enjoying it, so it's pretty good. So that kind of stuff. Did y'all hear my dog? She's going wild. But yes, if you guys have any book or TV show recommendations, or even movie recommendations, I'll definitely take them. Number 5 would be to do your New Year's resolutions, whether that's like hit the gym, eat healthier, do all these things. Start it. Now's the best time. You have all this free time. You can't get sidetracked with all these other things. Why not start them? This is your time you can take for yourself. This is spring break 2020. We will hopefully never get this again, hopefully. And this is your time that you can take for yourself and do whatever you need to do. So whether that's like start working out, start reading more, start doing like even just like your work on time, or like maybe you want to cut off your hair, or like do something like that. Like do it, because now is your time to do it. Number 7 would be to go get ahead in your school. I was like, school. I just wrote school, but I was like, yes, get ahead in schoolwork. I know my school has moved everything online. Don't wait until the last possible second to do it, because now you have all day to do it. So just once you wake up, eat some breakfast, go ahead and just get it out of the way. Then you have the whole day to do whatever you want, like literally whatever you want, because like what is there to do? Nothing. Everything is closing, so you might as well just do it. So, and now is not the point to like get behind. So, and now with everything being online, you have a lot more time to do it. So odds are you can probably get ahead in some of your classes, and any classes you are struggling in, maybe you can actually have time to work on them and focus on them and hopefully get better grades. So yeah, and I really recommend if you know anybody in your class or anything like that, start a GroupMe, start a Snapchat group chat or iMessage or something, so then you guys can all kind of like talk about what's going on, because it's really hard. I know, like, not being in a physical class, because I've taken some hybrid classes, I'm like, I do not know like what's going on, because it'll be like, I know like my hybrid, there'll be like weeks you meet with the teacher, weeks you don't. So like it's really good now, like with everyone being online. And assuming that someone like I know a lot of the high schools and stuff, they're not online, but they have like just extended spring break. If you do have any work, meet that way. You can like FaceTime people and you don't have to meet them, so like you're obviously doing your social distancing, but you're able to figure out what is going on. So I really recommend just kind of being able to have a way to contact kids in your class, because odds are like your teacher is being bombarded with emails right now. So finding some way to contact them would be great. And if you are someone who is working like a full-time job, you're like, I'm not a student, how does this relate to me? Have a work friend. Get a work friend, because what if something happens and you don't know about it, or you haven't checked your email, or they haven't called you or something? Have a work friend so you guys can keep each other up to date. Number 8 would be to volunteer somewhere. This kind of goes along with number 1, just like helping where you can. But if you can volunteer, maybe like an animal shelter or something. I'm trying to think of things like don't go around a whole lot of people, or like I know at Texas State we do river cleanup, maybe just doing something like that, where you can put in like your good deeds to society, but also not being around a large group of people where you could get sick. So I really recommend putting in some volunteer hours. This one, they look great on resumes. They're great for just your life. They're good for you, like fulfillment. Volunteering is just really good, and also it helps someone else. So that's where I was going. So they help someone else. So if you can volunteer in some way, I really recommend it. And then number 9 would be to get a job if you can. I know it is really hard right now. Like some places are closing and things like that. But a lot of people also have probably taken off or gone on extended spring break vacations. See if there's any way you can pick up like a little part-time job here or there. Maybe you could do like front desk work or something, where you don't have to maybe like talk. Like you'll be talking to people, but you're not going to be like hands-on contact. So maybe do that, or maybe even just doing I know, like, I have some friends who do tutoring, like online tutoring. They started, like, they used to tutor kids like in person at school, but now they moved to online, and they've gotten like a ton more like students to tutor with everything moving online. So maybe try and do something like that, and or being even just being like a dog walker or something, because a lot of people like aren't gonna want to get out and stuff with everything going on. And if you can just help them in the smallest way possible, or maybe they're really overwhelmed with work or school or nannying. I know there's been a ton of stuff on my Facebook feed about nannying, about like, we need someone to watch our kid from like 9 to 5, like, can you do it? Or like, can you pick them up from school and bring them here, pick them up from daycare and bring them here? So if you are like kids, or you're good with kids, or maybe you're wanting to be a student teacher, this could be great for you. So yeah, just some good like small jobs, or like doing yard work for someone, like mowing their lawn, because then you're not like contacting them, but like you're still doing something. So yeah. And then tip number 10 would be to go outside and enjoy nature. Just kind of take some time and just like enjoy it, because this is the only earth we have, so you might as well love it and live it up. And now you actually have time to be able to chill, and just like, you can go out at night, or not like late at night because that's scary, but like, you know, like 5 o'clock, like sunset, set up like a cute picnic, and like bring out your laptop and watch like a show, and kind of just like enjoy the outside, or go swimming or do something. So yeah, I hope these tips were fun, and these are just things that kind of inspire you to not be so upset and not dwell about being stuck inside due to the coronavirus. So yeah, I hope all of you guys are staying super safe and healthy right now, and I hope you're having a great afternoon, morning, or night, and make sure to subscribe down below. Bye everyone!
But hold your balance. I just say whatever, cause there is no way you're around it. Everyone falls.